What's up, guys? Welcome back. Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And we got a 1965 Ford Mustang, and she is... And of course, we're gonna be going for a ride, picking out flaws so you know exactly what's going on. Detailed pictures, finance, and shipping, all available. MapleMotors.com. $289 under the hood, power steering, power brakes, AC, aluminum radiator. We've also got the American racing wheels on this one. Custom interior, custom yellow graphics down the side and around the trunk. This test drive's going over the bad. I go over the bad stuff because you can see the good. Why would I point out all the good stuff when you need to know the bad before you get here? Guys, that's how you sell a car. I don't care what you say. Be sure to hit subscribe. Share this video. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we'll look around the interior and place bets. Do you think the horn works? It is black and yellow in here, and it actually looks pretty good. We'll try stuff such as the AC and the horn, and we'll check our gauges. Now on this one, it's got a ignition switch under the dash. That also cuts on your fuel pump. So flip it that way if you want to cut the car off, and this way if you want to cut the car on. Now it just cut on the fuel pump. Let's watch her start right up. Power top switches here, and it works great. I'll show you at the end of the video, inside and the outside of the top. Wipers, they work. We're good. Turn signals, flashing here, and so our gas gauge is working, our volts is working. The little tack here works. Temp gauge is up. I've been sitting here, you know, walking around the car. Right turn signal and oil pressure. AC. Yeah, I heard it kick on, didn't I? See how cold that gets. Starting to cool off already. Yep, it's changing over to cold. Guess what works? The AC. Radio. It feels really good, actually. Now our old radio here is not doing anything. It's not playing black and yellow at all. My glove box. Nice carpet. Nice dash. Decent visors there with some mirrors on them. Console. But what about the horn? What did you think? You think it works? Alright, let's hit the road, see how this one runs and drives. Well, it's time to roll out. I don't have to get gas now, and I'm pretty happy about that. I have had a lot of people coming up to the gas station begging for money now. It's like constantly. I think they stay up there and gamble all day. Pretty sure, because they put them little slot machines in there. It's kind of sad. You know, I like to gamble a little bit too, but I'm out on some slot machines. Those things take all your money. Well, we almost took off there, didn't we? We'll be able to take off here in just a second after this truck backs in. There we are. I gotta tell you, this one's nice. She feels pretty good. A little bit of slack though. You see that? It's turning there and it's turning there. Throttle there. Kick down is hooked up. Straight as an arrow as we're going down the road. Hit those brakes. Ooh, a little bit of a left pull when you hit those brakes. That guy probably thought I was coming over on his lane. I guess I kind of was, wasn't I? All of our gauges are working, which is great news. Kind of heat these brakes up, see if I can get them to knock the dust off. Look, I'm still on them and they're not pulling to the left anymore. Let's try it again after I let off. They're getting better. Yeah, I think they just had a little bit of dust on them sitting around. Let's try it again. A little bit better each time, okay. And what we'll do is get some undercarriage shots, some outside footage, Might do a ghost ride. Somebody said something yesterday. It was ridiculous. Look how big this parking lot is. I can see all around for a long way. I mean, if anybody was to pull in or anything to happen, I could easily get to the car before anything happened. Somebody said, what if a toddler or a kid ran out? Well, they'd have to just go boom and just teleport right there, wouldn't they? Wouldn't that suck? That's not going to happen, guys. Next, we're going to get some outside shots. We're going to check out the interior. We're going to be looking at the paint. We're going to listen to the motor. We're going to listen to the exhaust. And we're going to have a little fun. I'll be right back. What's up, wonderful people? This test drive's going so well. Other than I hear the power steering whining a little bit, we might have a little bit of a leak in our power steering fluid because it just started. We're doing good. I actually feel a little bit of a cold front coming in. It's so nice. It's so refreshing. Let's get on out of here. Engine temperature is sitting at about 210. That's okay. Oil pressure sitting at about 30. That's good. And we're charging still, but I hear a little power steering pump whine there, and it just started, so we might be leaking or dripping somewhere, and then all of a sudden it just got to the point where it needs some fluid. Let's roll. Out here cruising nice and smooth, speedo's up at the school bus. Didn't know if they needed me to stop or what. Hazard started flashing right there. This is a great test drive. I think it's because I like the cold front coming in. I'm not out here sweating or nothing, just having a good time. You got people front porch chilling, you know it's good. Guys, we got some new shirts we're putting online this week. Be sure to check that out. Got some new colors, same design, new colors. The retro design with the 3 cars we've had for a little bit. And man, they're very popular sellers. But I figured I'd let you know I got a different color, like a lighter gray, going in the mix there. So you can pick that up, maplemotors.com. Me and my wife shipped those out and we had a little gift. Bump in the road. Pretty smooth. I always say give her a listen there for shakes, rattles, and rolls. Yeah, the gift is like a personal card and some free stickers. Say we got 2 red lights. What's going on here? We got a green light and 2 red lights. That didn't seem right. Here we go. What time is it? We haven't been down to Brian's at all this week because I was trying to catch up and I was doing a lot of extra stuff. So we're going to slide on down there and see what's going on. Maybe he's got something cool sitting outside. Now, Brian's Motorsports, they do a lot of car customization. If I ever need rims or anything like that, I come down here and order them through him. He's got parts and accessories as well. I think I sent my van down here to have a custom box built, so it was a stealth box where it's hidden and such, and also I can put all my luggage. Dang, I like that blacked out. That's a Cadillac, ain't it? Yep. It's got a little bit of a lift to it. I'm sure he's been involved in customizing that. I've seen that guy before. I wonder where I've seen him from. Just a bunch of custom rides. Guys, you can call him. It's briansmotorsports.com. Go check out his site. Pick up some stuff if you want to pick up any kind of wheels, tires, parts, and accessories. That's the guy to do it. Look at that bulldog on the front. That rat rod truck. The rat rod hanging out on the back. Love it. Looks like he's working on boats too, probably doing audio. Does a lot of custom audio. And he's doing an interview with Pops here soon. He does a podcast. He's got this awesome room, bunch of muscle car stuff in there. It's all retro, gas pumps, you know, all the cool stuff that I want to put in a showroom that we haven't seemed to bring out. We've got all that stuff at Pops' house, but he just won't ever bring it out. I want to put it in the showroom and decorate it all up. We've got the Shoney's Big Boy in there right now. They're starting to. Could you imagine some gas pumps and stuff in there? What about a claw machine that has Hot Wheels, like Red Lines or something? I was like, do it. I keep bringing it up. One day, we'll move forward with it. Oh yeah, she got a little bit of a bark to her too. I guess we're good to go ahead and cruise through this parking lot. This is literally the walkway to Maple Motors. So I mean, we're real close to Brian. So if you ever come up, you can walk straight down there. It's sad, we had a really good pawn shop too, and I guess she just quit doing it. Guys, picking out the flaws is coming up next. Chips, scratches, rust, dents. If something's wrong, you'll know about it. Man, they're moving all the sold cars to the back. The old Corvette's gone. What was in that spot? Orange convertible Camaro. It's gone. We've actually sold quite a bit this week. I think we're already on 16 cars, so that's plenty for this week. Need to slow down or we're gonna have to really go out and buy more inventory. Yep. All right, I'll be back. All right, let's walk this ride. Anything I find, you'll know about it. Coming up to the front end. Bumper on this one's pretty clean. You do got a couple of spots here in the middle. little bit of pitting in the corner. Overspray. Couple little spots there. Chip in the corner. Paint's kind of flat here. Down here as well. Spot there. Little chips. Up and over. Couple little paint runs in the back here. Back your midsection. Chip in the corner there. Looks like that's been touched up. Again, it's real flat here on this fender. I don't know if it can be buffed out or not. A little scuff. Chrome looks good. Up top, you got some imperfections. Front windshield, light scratches from the windshield wipers. Real light chip here. A little bit of pitting on the mirror, or the trim here by the vent window. And the mirror itself, actually, no pitting. Looks good. Handle, good. Light scuff in the corner. Coming up to the back. That cracks on the gas cap. Little spot there, light scratch. Tail light looks good on both sides. Coming down this side, you got some light scratches up top here. Down the bottom. And over. Chip. Light scuff. Scuff there too. Couple spots here. Midsection. Same thing on this side, a little flat looking. Yep, right here as well. Kind of feel like that could come out because I don't feel any indentions, so I'm assuming those scratches will come out. Scuff here. Bubble in the paint there as well. If I get close, you can see it's a little flat there too. Or standing up here, it looks perfect. But that's how a lot of other people will scam you online. They'll just tell you it looks great. My buddy just went to look at a Z06. The whole back of the car was cracked all to crap. And he said they sent us a video, you know, kind of like yours, Nick, but they edited it out, all that in the back. I was like, wow. It wasn't a cheap car, let's put it that way. Scratch there. And they didn't even show them. They drove hours. I hate that. That's what happens. Hey, I go through it every single time we go and do something like that, and there's always something left out. That's why I go over this stuff in the videos. I don't want you to get here and be like, hey, you missed this. No. Most of the time people say it looks better in person than it did on your video, because I'll back up and look again and make sure you didn't miss anything. And when I looked down the side of the car just then, I seen a slight little dent there. So, hey, thanks, dude. Checking the trunk. Looks like a little silicone or something there. Yeah, screwed down. Look on this side. That looks good. Got the convertible top boot. A little bit of orange peel on the edge. Went on down with it. Okay. Looking at this top. A little tape there. Inside this door, you got some dents in the door trim. Little scuffs at the bottom. A lot of people kick that panel. Look at on the inside. Console here has got some scratches, little chips. Can easily be touched up. I've seen videos of people touching up consoles on these old cars. That doesn't look right, does it? Well, I put it back in wrong, didn't I? Oh yeah, switch under the dash I keep forgetting about. Turn it on, turns that fuel pump and ignition on, and then it starts. These gauges look cool. actually not sure what this switch does. I was messing with it to find out. Here comes the top. I'm gonna put it right back down because we're gonna leave it down and put it in the showroom. I'll at least show you the inside. And the outside. Looks like it's fairly new. Usually you could tell the age from the yellowing of the plastic on the top. Dropping it back down. Push this switch. Let her rip. The top goes down quite fast. Listen to the motor now. She's quiet. Guys, you want to laugh? You know how we always have the horn bet? I was driving my Camaro over there. My horns never worked on it, which is, you know, figures. Hang on. Hood's a little stiff on this one. And I turned left and it would not stop honking. It never worked before. And it just started just laying on the horn. I had to pull over and unhook my horn. But I'll end up fixing it. I just gotta pull the steering wheel back off on the wires, see what it's touching. A little bit of a gap here, but I think it's just the hinges sitting high, and that, you know, can be adjusted. But I can kind of feel heat coming out, so in a sense, yeah, keep it cooler, and it looks fine. Guys, detail pictures, financing and shipping, all available on all of our cars. I try to put out the bad stuff and do that first to get that out of the way, so when you show up, you know, you might be able to enjoy looking at the car. Be sure to hit subscribe. Be sure to share this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.